what audience size do we recommend for them to target?
It also depends on the niche market.
Your audience is too small. You are actually over-segmenting your audience. You might need to go a little bit broader. So this could be, what audience size do we recommend for them to target?
It also depends on the niche market.
Okay.
If you are a natural slim, for example, we are focused on the Latin American population, particularly in the USA here, because we do have a very big organization in the USA, and we're servicing the Latin American people. So we have about 50 million people that are Latin American people in the USA alone. So we're pretty broad in general. But I don't want to target males, because males are not that interested in their health or in losing weight, compared to females, which are generally more interested in the subject of being healthy. That's something that we've proven over the decades of having this organization right here. So I wouldn't spend my advertising dollars, I wouldn't invest my advertising dollars on targeting males. Now, also, there's a lot of people that are not going to be interested in the subject of health. Even females are not going to be interested. And that's where utilizing Facebook's data is going to be helpful to you. Because now you can actually have Facebook give you information about what they like, what they don't like, if they like eating healthy. I mean, you can exclude people that follow McDonald's, for example.
Yep.
It's very simple to do. Exclude fast food buyers, people that are into fast foods, or people that are into unhealthy things, or you can include people that are into healthy things. If I was targeting a national audience, if I'm going to try to get customers across the entire United States, I like to focus on segments of 1 million people, no more than that, and just focus on that segment, which is very micro compared to 240 million people in the USA, a small segment, and test that out and see if I can get results with it. If I get results, I'm trying to get cost per purchases to be at an acceptable level. I'm trying to get enough attention, views on our content. I'm trying to get website visitors. If all of it is at a low cost or a decent cost, then I can keep that audience going, because 1 million people is a lot of people still.
Yeah.
If it's out of control, well, we test and then we pull the plug, and that's the focus.
Yeah.
What would you do on a local audience? If let's say that you're targeting
That's a good question.
a city, because you're a doctor, and you're trying to get people that are in a radius of 10 miles, 20 miles, maybe 150,000 people. What would you do in that case, Coach?
That's a good question, because I've tested both, and when it comes to marketing in a city like that, if you're starting to add extra filters to it, like you're like, I only want to know people that are interested in, I don't know, swimming pools or whatever it is, right? Because maybe you're a swimming pool contractor or whatever. Those 150 people might turn into 10,000, which sounds good, because you're like 10,000 customers, that's a lot of customers. But the problem is sometimes that Facebook machine or that algorithm is not going to be able to go through all those people and find you enough for it to work better and optimize and things like that. So that's what I was referring to when your audience is too small. To answer your question, what I would do is I would go a little bit wider. So maybe target the whole city, depending on how big it is, or a very smaller radius. But you do want about 150,000 people on a local level.
For local advertising, major tip, do not do interests on top of the demographics. Just target for the age ranges.
Yes.
So if you're a chiropractor, you're trying to get people into your practice, and all you have is an office, just leave it open. Let Facebook find you an audience. If you have 100,000 people in your city, surrounding areas, just go after all of them and maybe just segment the ages. Just put 35 years old to 54 years old. Maybe that's your audience based on your own historical data, and just leave it open like that and let Facebook help you discover who's going to be interested. If you go too micro, if you go to an audience that is 150,000 people total in the city, and you say, I want to target 35 to 54-year-olds, but I also want to target people that are interested in chiropractics, it's going to bring it down to, like Jorge said, 1,000 people, 5,000, 10,000 people. That is simply too little, too small. Facebook is not going to spend that money. You're going to struggle. You're not going to be able to take advantage of the power of the platform.
Or another way that I see that sometimes the mistake is made, if you grab, let's say, a list from your Shopify store and you upload it to Facebook and you're like, I want to target these guys, but there's only 20 people in the list. you'll never be able to target them, and your audience is too small. So that's the mistake.
You need more data for that. In order for that to be effective, you need a lot more data. In order for you to get Facebook the data that it needs to help you find more customers, you can't just give them 20 customers. You have to go towards at least 100 customers, 1,000 customers, feed Facebook that data, and then you can actually start doing something effective.
If you're enjoying this content, please go ahead and subscribe. Help me comment below and let me know if you have any questions about marketing. And I'm on a mission to help as many of you as possible conquer the marketing world. So help me out. Subscribe, hit that button, hit that bell, get notified. We're going heavy with content in this 2021 year and beyond. Go ahead and subscribe right now.